Hey YouTube, it's Ben. So yesterday I visited my therapist for the first time in a while, and it was basically like, how do I make top surgery happen now? Like, what do I need to go through to make it happen this summer? And I was like, that, yeah, like everything I've already said. And she's like, 'cause there's a lot of things that need to happen. Like things I even think about, like dealing with my mood disorder, and one of the things that she brought up was my past sexual abuse. That has something to do with it, and we need to talk about that before she can, like even think about letting me. But even think about writing my letter. She has, make sure that she's like know the ways that I'm processing my past sexual abuse because of having to do with it. I don't know. But basically she said, like, yeah, it's probably not going to happen this summer. And it's fucking bawling at my appointment. It was ridiculous. The only time I've cried that hard is when I found out that surgery wasn't covered by insurance. I thought it wouldn't happen. It was just like, because I had this picture in my mind, like next year I'm going to get to school and I'm going to have my chest. And it was just, like, that's what was keeping me going. Like, when I can't deal with it, like, I can't handle this for you. I'm like, you know what? I just need to wait it out for a couple months and I can do it. I can have my chest. I can do it. I can do all these things and make it possible. So it's just so ridiculous. And so now she's being the gatekeeper. Like, no, I can't write this letter for you unless I do X, Y, Z, Davies, like, I don't know, like the whole alphabet. Not just X, Y, Z. And, it sucks. Like, I think that's a messed up system. Like, yeah, chest surgery is a really big thing. It's a big surgery, but it's, or like, any sort of like transsexual surgeries, or you have to get a therapist's letter in order to get it. But there are a whole lot of other things that are really, really big permanent body modifications. Really big tattoo, for instance. You can be stupid and get a tattoo that you're going to regret. Sure, that's your fault if you regret it. But here, okay. So, yeah, but so, like, you don't need to get surgery before you get, like, a big tattoo or breast augmentation, for example. Like, I feel like that's a really good analogy because it is chest surgery. Because, if you're getting surgery to make yourself more feminine, of course, everyone wants to be more feminine. But if you're a woman getting a breast reduction, you must be crazy. My goodness. I have a couple friends who, like, ID as women, but, like, they don't want, it's fucked up system. Anyway, so that's the plan. Like, we have to talk about my sexual abuse on next Tuesday, so in just a week. Okay, let's try to remember what day it was today. So, like, the thing is that, like, that's in my past. I put my past behind me a long time ago. So I'm trying to, like, remember, like, what were my thought processes about these, what were my thought processes about this. And, because she was saying, like, you might be thinking, like, oh, this wouldn't have happened to me if I weren't a woman. therefore I want to be a man and make my life really, really darn hard. I don't know, like, I buy that. That could be someone's thought process, but okay. So I was thinking, I'm like, God, nothing I ever thought about this, like, had anything to do with gender. Like, thought it was my fault. No, I didn't think about this different way. It's not my fault. Are like, oh, it's not that big a deal because, you know, other people have had so many things so much worse. Why am I overreacting? Anyway, so I like talked about these things and thought about it. Yeah, it's really late at night. All my grammar is messed up. Right. So just recently, I remembered like that. One of the reasons that I was very hesitant to accept myself as a man is that I didn't want to be like him. Like, I don't want to be that sort of man. And sort of like, it sort of feels like the idea that like all men are rapists, you know, or would be if given a chance. Something. Like, I know that's not true, but like I had a very hard time feeling that that was true and being okay with myself being a man and saying, but I'm not the kind of man who would do that, and being able to accept myself for that, and that made it possible for me to actually transition. Like there's one time like I was like, I think I was like going by Ben, like this is like toward the beginning where I like, and then I like need to talk to someone about this, and I was like, no, call me by my my birth name, because that was still like an issue for me. It's like still around that whole beginning where I was like trying to figure out my gender stuff, like because I like knew I was a man for a long time, but it was just sort of like being able to actually accept that and be able to put things into a bit more of a context and say it out loud instead of have something just be like completely internal, like being able to say it out loud, I guess. So yeah, so the way I interpret my sexual abuse and the way I think about it sort of, I guess, bolsters my position that I know I'm a guy and I'm ready for this stuff in my life. So yeah, that's so I feel pretty good about that. And so I'm ready to go see her on Tuesday. Say, all right, this is what happened. This is how I think about it, and this is how it relates to my gender. Give me my letter. It's not gonna happen, but you know, it's the idea. All right. Sleep well. If it's nighttime for you, I'm gonna go to bed.